Welcome back to the cottage, everyone. If you're like me, you can think of a million different reasons to put off decluttering. Life is busy. We have jobs, we're raising families, and our to-do lists are never ending, it seems. But while that life is happening, whether we know it or not, unwanted items are entering our homes. And I'm no different. Even though I try hard to stay on top of the clutter, those items still do sneak into our home. And so today I'm going to take on a speed decluttering and get rid of some of those unwanted items that we have. At the beginning of the year, I took on the Minimalism Challenge, and at the end of the month of January, our home was over 500 items less cluttered, and it felt great. However, that was a huge commitment and it took a lot of dedication, and sometimes we just don't have the time to take on a challenge quite that size. When I was younger, my mom used to say that we had to make time for this or that, and I remember thinking it was such a silly phrase because there's only 24 hours in a day and it's not like we can magically create more time to do the things that we need to do. As an adult though, I understand that she was really talking about prioritizing what we do with our time. And what we do with those 24 hours that we're given makes all the difference. The Minimal Mom recently had a video about the power of 5, and essentially she was talking about how a lot of us have spare minutes here and there throughout the day, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, where we have downtime and we don't have anything scheduled that we need to be doing. And it's kind of our nature to want to just sit down and scroll through social media, maybe make a snack or something, do something really relaxing. But she was talking about, what if we took those 5 spare minutes and actually did something productive with that time instead of doing something more mindless? Having just a small burst of productivity can really brighten your mood and get you energized to do even more productive things. And so today I'm going to put her theory to the test and actually try to take the 30 minutes that I have this morning to do something productive. I could sit down and watch a show, but instead I'm going to go around my house to the areas that I know are clutter magnets and try to find at least 30 items to declutter, either donate or sell these items. With 30 minutes on the clock, I'm ready to get started. For me, the perfect place to start is the kids' clothing. And with the change of seasons, it's easy for me to look through the kids' clothes and see which items have been outgrown or maybe not worn the past season, and also which ones have rips and stains. To make the process more quick, I'm only looking through my youngest son and youngest daughter's clothing, and our older kids will pass down their clothes that they have outgrown to their younger siblings, but the items the youngest in the family has outgrown can be donated or thrown. I'm also going to take a few quick minutes and look through my husband's drawers and my drawers and just see if there are any clothing items in here that we haven't worn in a while, or maybe just don't like the fit of very much, and it's time for these items to go. I plan to do a video soon about the spaces in our home that seem to accumulate the most clutter. I'm sure it won't surprise you that these spots are behind closed doors, like cabinets or closet doors. This junk drawer, for example, it just keeps getting piled higher and higher, and sometimes it's even hard to open and close. And I know there are things in here that we don't use. Keep in mind that for today's exercise, I'm simply looking for items. I am not straightening up or organizing, and that's going to have to come a different day. This closet is another clutter magnet spot in our home, and we keep our family's games and puzzles here, and also the kids have a cabinet that has their art supplies. And the art supplies in particular do tend to get out of control since the kids have free access to them and they don't always put them back very neatly, and some of the coloring books have already been used up and they haven't told me that has happened, or pencils have been broken, and so I'm going to pare this area down quite a bit. Even though we've signed up for paperless statements and I'm constantly tossing junk mail and other paper items that aren't needed, we still seem to accumulate a large pile of paper clutter. And some of these pieces are just waiting to be filed away while others need to be thrown out. This was actually a really fun exercise. I'm pretty blown away that I was able to find 30 items, and actually way more than that. I'm not even going to count it. I had counted as I went, and once I hit 30 I just kept going because I still had time on the clock. And as you can see here, this is a huge pile. It actually looks way bigger than the spaces that they were contained in. And it's crazy to me that all of these items are just things that were sitting there, most of them unused recently, and just taking up space. And so I'm excited to get them out of our home, and I'm happy that I used these 30 minutes today for something productive. I hope this video was motivational for you to possibly take 30 minutes of spare time that you have one of these days and just take on a quick declutter. It doesn't have to be anything in depth. You don't have to organize or clean anything. Just get rid of those unwanted items and it will make you feel so good. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you'll stop by the cottage again really soon.